New York cheesecake. Just the name evokes indulgence. This dessert is rich and creamy. It's a classic. But where did it come from? Cheesecake itself has ancient roots. Some say it was enjoyed in Greece over 4,000 years ago. But the New York version? That's a more recent story. In the early 1900s, New York City was booming. Restaurants wanted to serve the best. Cream cheese, a new product, was all the rage. Enter Arnold Rubin. This ambitious restaurateur claimed to have created the original New York cheesecake at his famed Turf restaurant. His recipe, using a generous amount of cream cheese, took the city by storm. And the rest, as they say, is history. Before we embark on our cheesecake adventure, let's gather our supplies. Don't worry, this isn't a scavenger hunt. We just need a few key ingredients and tools. For the crust, you'll need 200 grams of graham cracker crumbs. Use digestive biscuits if you can't find them. Melted butter, about 100 grams, and a touch of sugar, around 50 grams, will bind it all together. The star of our show is the filling. Cream cheese, of course, is the heart of it all. You'll need 900 grams. Use full fat for the creamiest texture. Eggs provide richness and structure. Use 3 large eggs. Sugar adds sweetness, about 200 grams. And a touch of vanilla, around 1 teaspoon, elevates the flavor. A springform pan is essential for baking. This clever pan has removable sides, making it easy to unmold the cheesecake later. A food processor will come in handy for crushing the graham crackers. Don't worry if you don't have one. A zip-top bag and a rolling pin work just as well. Let's begin with the crust, the base of our masterpiece. It's a simple process, but every step is important. First, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or 175 degrees Celsius. This ensures the oven is at the right temperature when our cheesecake batter is ready. While the oven heats, combine the graham cracker crumbs, melted butter, and sugar in a bowl. Mix it well. The mixture should be like wet sand. Press this mixture into the bottom of your springform pan. Use the back of a spoon or the bottom of a measuring cup to pack it tightly and evenly. This creates a sturdy base for our creamy filling. Blind baking the crust is our next step. This simply means pre-baking the crust before adding the filling. Prick the bottom of the crust a few times with a fork. This prevents air bubbles from forming. Bake for 8 to 10 minutes, or until the crust is lightly golden. Let it cool completely while you prepare the filling. Now, for the star of the show, the cheesecake filling. This is where things get really exciting. Make sure your cream cheese is at room temperature. Soft cream cheese blends more smoothly, creating a velvety texture. In a large bowl, beat the cream cheese and sugar together until light and fluffy. This incorporates air into the mixture, resulting in a lighter cheesecake. Scrape down the sides of the bowl occasionally to ensure even mixing. Add the eggs one at a time, beating well after each addition. Beating too much at this stage can incorporate too much air, leading to cracks in the cheesecake. Finally, stir in the vanilla extract. Vanilla enhances the sweetness of the cheesecake and adds a warm, comforting note. Pour the cheesecake filling over the cooled crust. Spread it evenly. Now here's a little trick to prevent cracks. Place the springform pan inside a larger roasting pan. Pour hot water into the roasting pan until it reaches halfway up the sides of the springform pan. This creates a humid environment during baking, reducing the risk of the cheesecake cracking. Carefully transfer the roasting pan to the preheated oven. Bake for 50 to 60 minutes. The cheesecake is done when the edges are set and the center is just slightly jiggly. Resist the urge to overbake. An overbaked cheesecake will be dry and dense. Once baked, turn off the oven and let the cheesecake cool inside with the door slightly ajar. This allows it to cool gradually, preventing sudden temperature changes that can cause cracks. After an hour, remove the cheesecake from the oven and carefully lift it out of the water bath. Run a thin knife around the edge of the cheesecake to loosen it from the sides of the pan. Allow the cheesecake to cool completely at room temperature. Once cooled, cover the cheesecake and refrigerate for at least 4 hours, or preferably overnight. This allows the cheesecake to fully set, resulting in a clean, beautiful slice when you cut it. When you're ready to serve, carefully remove the sides of the springform pan. For an elegant presentation, use a hot knife to cut the cheesecake. Dip the knife in hot water and wipe it dry before each slice. New York cheesecake is delicious on its own, but you can elevate it with your favorite toppings. Fresh berries, a dollop of whipped cream, or a drizzle of chocolate sauce all make wonderful additions. Even experienced bakers encounter cheesecake challenges from time to time. But fear not, these tips will help you overcome them. Cracked cheesecake. Don't panic, it happens. A cracked cheesecake is still delicious. You can cover any imperfections with a topping. To prevent cracks, make sure your ingredients are at room temperature, don't overmix the batter, and use a water bath during baking. Soggy crust. Blind baking is key to a crispy crust. If you find your crust is still soggy, try baking it a little longer before adding the filling. Lumpy filling. Make sure your cream cheese is at room temperature and beat it well with the sugar until smooth before adding the eggs. Avoid overmixing once the eggs are added. Making a New York cheesecake is a labor of love. It takes time and patience, but the reward is worth it. The moment you sink your fork into that first creamy bite, you'll know all the effort was worth it. So go ahead, gather your ingredients, put on your apron, and experience the joy of creating this classic dessert. And remember, the most important ingredient is love. Happy baking!